So, I've read all your comments, guys. I know exactly what you think I should do with this car. 90% of you guys are telling me to derby it. The problem with that is here in Ontario, within an hour of my house, there's only one show I can take this to, and that is Ontario Demolition Derby in Mount Forest. And last year, well, 2019 in Mount Forest, I think there was 6 big cars that showed up. So if I do that, this thing here, it's a small track. The thing's not going to turn very well, but they've now made it that 70s cars can run in their full size. But other than that, Thrill Show will not let this car run. Impact Motorsports will not let this car run. Edge Motorsports will not let this car run. Pretty much all my local fair boards will not let this car run because it's older than 1980. There is shows about 4 hours away from my house where I can run it, but the problem with that is that honestly those shows are very, very well done shows, and I've never ran there before. Usually when you go to shows like that, you have to run there a couple times to get a gist of the rules, and I'll just go there and get destroyed with this. Some of you guys are saying take it to Bass for Cash. I believe this would be a Frank the Tank kind of car, but honestly, with no derbies here in 2020, this thing's just probably going to sit here for an entire year, and it takes up basically 2 Camry spots. It'd need a lot of work. Now, the body is really good on this car all the way through, but what would have to be done to this car to make it run a stock class is quite substantial to actually make it competitive. It is a unibody car with a front sub, so you know they like to bend. But what we're going to do is my buddy is wanting to make a Ricky car super bad. So what we're going to do is I've made a deal with him where I keep the front and rear bumpers and he gets the car for Ricky, because Ricky's car actually doesn't have this front bumper or the back bumper. So anyway, what we're going to be doing today is taking the bumpers off, and we're going to be maybe loading this up on the trailer and getting ready to deliver it. Still working nights, so my night starts at start getting ready for work at 3 p.m. and then I leave at 4 to go to work. And then when I get home, it's 2:30 in the morning, and I'm usually trying to be up by 10 every day. So that gives me about a 5-hour window to do stuff. Now, where I got to trailer this car to is about 1.5 hours away from the house. So by the time I get there, drop it off, and get back, that's pretty much one entire day before work. Yeah, so we're going to be jacking this thing up, and we're going to be taking the front bumpers off. But when I jack it up, I'm going to show you guys what the subframe looks like and what the torsion bars look like, because not a lot of you guys get a chance to actually look at these old iron cars. They are very cool. How they're designed is more simplicity, easy to work on, rather than try to jam stuff in there and put plastic on top. There is almost no plastic in here at all. The only thing I'm really seeing plastic is the 2 jugs and the rad fan. So these are big steel cars. Everything is steel. But we're going to be jacking her up and start taking these bumpers off, guys. Well, we got both the bumpers off. There's the front one, the back one's out back. And Harley found a mouse. But when we came to the back, I realized this car had air ride. Just the old style with the shocks, with the air cylinders built into the shocks. So I was going to jack it up, but then I just put hair inside the shocks, and the car lifted up almost 5 inches. So it was able for me to get underneath and take this bumper off, no problem. So you guys can see, it's right there. You just put air to it and it lifts it up. But yeah, let's get underneath this thing and show you guys how clean it is. So for a 70s for a 70s Chrysler to look this good, like pretty much the whole frame rail underneath is spotless on this thing. You don't see this in Ontario at all. Look at the rockers, spotless. The whole floorboards are spotless. There's the giant torsion bars that go up to the front end. Now this here is not as beefy as they can be. Apparently you can put Imperial subs into these things, which switches out all this subframe back to here, and apparently it makes them much stronger. But this car here is a super rust-free car. I cannot believe how clean this thing is. you can still see all the rubber drain plugs in the floor. So this car is a perfect candidate for a Ricky car. Like look at the rocker panels on this thing. The unibody, even like look at, there's another rubber plug still in there. This thing is unbelievably clean. So now we just got to film it being loaded up and dropped off. I might take the muffler off just because it's dragging on the ground. Maybe make it easier for me to load and stuff. So I'll probably cut that off, but it's too old for a catalytic converter. I tried to get it running, but with this electrical lean burn system, it's actually, I talked to a guy and he says you pretty much have to replace all the wires on it. You have to get rid of all the electrical, put a different carburetor onto it. It's not worth it for me. Yeah, the guy that I'm selling it to says that he changes out all the electrical. It's a kit that he buys on the internet. So yeah, it's going to be a driving car probably within the next year. So I don't know if Mike's got a YouTube channel or Instagram, but the guy I'm selling it to, I'll definitely put up some of his information in the videos. So maybe you guys, if you want to see this being turned into Ricky's car, you guys can give him a like and watch him. But if you take a look, I was trying to start it, and it almost tried to run on its own power, but it's sucking fuel from the tank, and that feels 30 years old. So, but the one thing I did find in here that's pretty funny, is that where the mouse is? Where's the mouse? This guy here, I think, stopped driving this car, the 77 New Yorker. He stopped driving it because it looks like he bought himself an 89 Dynasty. Who on their right mind would pay $17,000 for an 89 Dynasty? I don't know, but I'm keeping this paperwork inside the car because I think it's funny, because there's... Because of this. We'd rather deal than dicker. It's Dicker Motorsports or something like that. Where's the mouse, Harley? Is that where the mouse is? Where's the mouse? Is he underneath the seat? There's so many mice you don't know where they are. Where is he? Where's the mouse? Is he in there? Well, she's all tied down, and we're about to make the 3-hour drive to go drop this thing off to become Ricky's car. Great potential, just lots of work to be done. All the seats got to be changed, the front end's got to be changed, the rear bumper's got to be changed. Pretty much a lot of things on this car have to be changed, but with how rust-free this thing is, it is a great candidate for Ricky. Even that in the corner, I'm pretty sure Ricky's car actually had that rust. So, in about a year's time, this thing will be cruising the streets as a Ricky car. But let's go meet the guy that's going to turn this into a Ricky car. Well, we made it, and the car's here in one piece. Truck's having a little bit of transmission squeal. I'm going to see if he's got some tools so I can pull a plug and see how much oil's in my transmission. But here's the game plan for that car. What we have here is a Newport. As you guys may know, Ricky actually didn't have a New Yorker. Ricky had a Newport. So what this guy is going to do is he's going to pull the front end off the Newport and put onto the New Yorker. But it looks like he's already got one. It looks like he's already got a Ricky car. I guess there's no such thing as too many Ricky cars. Oh, he's got another one! Oh my god, that one's clean. And that one's got green interior. Oh my goodness, he's even got, oh, this one's spotless. Still got the leather roof. Look at the bumper on this one. I bet you it's in better shape than mine. Oh, just the cool things that this guy has. I even like this thing. Now this thing would suck as a derby car. But she's an old Barracuda. Looks like she's seen better days though. Doesn't look like there's a whole heck of a lot left to her. Look at the window in the back of this. This thing's huge. Start of the muscle cars right here. There's a bumper I need for my truck after I smash the New Yorker into it. Lower trim package though, doesn't have fogs. But yeah, he's got one New Yorker here that's beautiful. He's got one Newport here, which is kind of beautiful. A 4-door Nova. These are pretty awesome cars with drag, like drag cars. So please be something cool. Please be something cool. Small block Chevy. Not as cool as I was hoping. Got a Camaro over here. No, I can tell by the bumper she's not a Camaro, she's a Firebird. That's a Firebird bumper. We got an old Mercury over here. What is this? What is this little thing? Ooh, it looks like a French car. I can't even tell because it's so rusted. But it definitely looks French. How tiny this thing is. So tiny. So rotted. Look at the spindles. I love looking at old stuff like this. I don't even know what this is, but it definitely looks French. So maybe we can meet the guy that is going to be working on this New Yorker if he shows up here very shortly. Well, we have the car offloaded, and look who showed up. It's Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
So Mike, what is your plans with the New Yorker?
So I'm basically looking at making basically a replica of the shipmobile off of Trailer Park Boys. So my plans is I'm going to take the front end and the back end off of this and replace it with the Newport over here. It's more of Ricky's style.
Yeah.
And yeah, aside from that, I guess the passenger door that's normally off in the movies and stuff, I'm actually going to replace it with a cream colored door, like just to kind of represent Leahy's New Yorker, just a memorial of his passing.
Yeah, because Leahy left us, unfortunately.
Yep. So that's yeah, that's going to be pretty much the plans. And I'll just be driving around in Ontario's road legal shipmobile.
So you actually drove all the way out to Nova Scotia and took like real close-up photos to make sure this car is actually a replica, right?
Yeah. So I went out to Nova Scotia. I was on Trailer Park Boys for a short little skit for season 11. My way out there was actually through John Dunsworth, and I drove my '79 Pontiac Parisienne shipmobile re-edition, sorta, kinda, has worst case Ontario in the back window. I drove that out to Nova Scotia. I was out there for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I got the chance to just kind of hang around, see how filming went, and got to be part of season 11 for a very, 5 seconds or so. But
still awesome, man.
Yeah, and while I was out there, I got a chance to take pictures of the shipmobile, a lot of reference photos just for the build, and yeah, overall it was pretty good time, pretty good experience, and it's kind of unfortunate. I'm not too sure what the future is for Trailer Park Boys, but
it looks like it's gone all like cartoony
animated and stuff like that. But I guess they can do a lot more too with it being animated. But
yeah,
for a lot of the diehard fans, it kind of does suck.
It does.
But overall, that's my plans for this one for sure.
Well, when it's done, Mike, make sure you give me some photos, and I'll throw them up on my Facebook page at Zach's Workshop, so that you guys can see the progress of this thing. I'm super excited. I've always liked the crappy cars that you build.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm known for, man.
Well, it's better to be known for something than nothing, right?
Oh yeah, true enough.
So thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you come back. Stay tuned on Zach's Workshop on Facebook, and there'll be photos up. Maybe Mike might even join.
Game on, buddy.
See you guys back here tomorrow. Take care.